What's going on, everyone? This is Zach with StrictlyShisha. I want to talk to you guys today about a brand that exudes quality, performs wonderfully, aesthetically it's gorgeous, and it's one of the best bang for the buck packages on the market. And that brand is Shika Hookahs. And I've been a long time fan of the Shika brand. I've seen the V2, the V3, the V4, and how they've progressed and how they've come along. I've tested out all of them. I own almost every version. And now today, the V4, I've done many months of testing on this, and if you guys have watched my reviews, I've done a lot of reviews with this hookah, and it's yet to let me down, and it's earned its place as one of my favorite hookahs, and the Shika brand itself is now one of my favorite Egyptian traditional style hookahs. So let's talk about the cost first. This hookah retails at less than $200, and you get a lot of great quality accessories with it. So right out of the box, you are gonna get a Shika jumbo base. You might or might not get a base protector, but that's almost irrelevant. You get a brass stem with a copper downstem. Super solid with hand engraved etchings. You get this nice Shika Typhoon hose. It is a washable hose, has a removable mouth tip, very, very open draw. You get a tray. This tray is one of my favorite parts of this hookah. It is so beautiful, the engravings are so deep, and this is definitely the centerpiece of this hookah for me. The tray alone weighs at least 3 or 4 pounds. It's one of the heaviest trays that I own. The bowl that it comes with, the Shika Oblivion bowl, it's a funnel style bowl. It's shallow, but it looks gigantic because the clay is so thick. Performs very, very well. Also, you get these gigantic Shika tongs. And these are tongs that I use on a daily basis, even with other hookahs. They're just very functional and easy to use. Nice quality on this. So I'm just want to do this review and everything that you guys would get at home, no extra accessories, so you guys can see that with the base package that you guys would order at home, you can get really good results and really enjoyable results. So the stem itself is made from solid brass, very, very heavy, very good quality. You could cause some damage with this thing. This thing is very nice. The copper downstem, the copper is a much higher quality material than stainless steel and aluminum. It's very costly as well. The actual material itself costs more than stainless steel, so I like that fact. They say the benefits of using a copper downstem is you get a much purer flavor from it. I can definitely see that. When I use this hookah and compared to other hookahs, the flavor is a lot more pure. The one thing I do want to mention though is with a copper downstem, it requires a little more maintenance. You do have to keep this thing clean. I would not recommend it leaving in water. The copper will oxidize, it will turn a little bit green, and just not something that you just want to keep in water. Even though this thing is very high quality, you can beat it around. You don't really have to worry about it. But with that copper downstem, you just want to pay a few extra steps of attention to it to maintain the integrity of the copper. Like I said, the tray is super high quality, super thick. It's brass. All the etchings are so deep, and these etchings are actually hand done. And I saw a really cool video lately from the Shika factory. Is a gentleman sitting there and hand etching every single pipe. And all the etchings on this are just really nicely done. There's no area on here where you could see that he was falling asleep or getting lazy. All the etchings individually are just so nicely done. There's etchings everywhere from the main stem to the bottom of the bell. I mean, the tray, the top of the bowl port. Very, very nice. And I'll actually link that video right now because I want you guys to see that these are handmade products. These are works of art. Like everything about these, like I said, is just beautiful. This is not only a piece that's going to perform well, but it's something where you can be proud to show off. I know when I smoke this hookah and my friends are around, they're like, wow, Zach, that's a beautiful piece. And I'm like, I know, it is a work of art. And then they smoke it and they're like, wow, this also smokes really well. I really love this hookah. In terms of aesthetics, if you guys like a traditional hookah, this is second to none. I mean, just a beautiful, beautiful piece. So you can expect the same level of quality out of all the new Shika hookahs. The entire V4 line is very, very nice. But the one I'm talking about today in particular is the Shika Skyrim hookah. And the Shika Skyrim hookah is a medium-sized hookah, easily accessible on a desktop. You could keep this on the ground if you'd like it. But I am personally a big fan of medium-sized hookahs. They're just a lot easier for me to lug around, maintain, wash under a sink. This is just small enough where I can wash it under the sink. We get full performance out of this beast. So to talk about the performance, let's see. Let's take a few hits for you guys again before my coals die down because I'm talking too much. Getting full flavor out of this smoke today with nice thick clouds. And I'm smoking the Trifecta Tabletop Mix Kilo. Very enjoyable flavor with 4 Dashini flats on here. And this is packed obviously in the Oblivion bowl. The Oblivion bowl is glazed, it's very heavy, and just works very, very well. The first thing I want to say negative about this whole hookah is this particular bowl is not perfectly symmetrical. It doesn't fit my Lotus, but I have other Oblivion bowls that fit the Lotus perfectly. This is a handmade bowl, and this particular one got through, but in general, Shikas have very good quality control. My particular Oblivion bowl is just a little lopsided. But as you can see with foil today, it doesn't affect it at all and still working very well. The ports on this hookah are very large gauge. Everything from the purge port to the actual hose port, both of them are very large in size. There is very little restriction coming from this hookah. And when you pair it with a nice open hose like this Typhoon hose and a nice bowl like this, the draw for me is perfect. It's not too open where you're losing flavor, but there's no restriction where I feel like I'm choking on a straw and not able to pull those big clouds. This for me is the perfect balance in restriction. This is the kind of restriction that I like without having to adjust any individual components to my liking. So obviously I like the draw of this hookah immensely. Let's talk about the actual purge and the ability to purge this hookah. You have to keep in mind that this space is gigantic and there's a large volume of smoke in here. So even with the most open purge, it will probably take a few hits. But I do have to mention that this purge is a little tight, so when you do purge, it will take you a few extra hits to purge, but the purge is still functional. It's just not as smooth as I would like, but that is not a big deal. If I changed out this purge ball for a plastic purge ball, it would probably be even smoother. But let me just show you guys the purge right now in action. Takes a few hits, but still purges very well and very functional. So not only have the Shika V4 hookahs found the perfect balance of quality, aesthetics, performance, but they've excelled in every single category. I would not use this hookah in other reviews of products if this thing didn't perform well. All of you guys watching be like, oh, he's not hitting good clouds, or it doesn't look like it's smoking that well. I trust this hookah to smoke in other reviews because it performs really well. You can see by the aesthetics for yourself on camera that it looks really, really great. And trust me, this thing is a beast. It's heavy. So in all aspect of it, it's really, really nice. And they've all done it for a very cost-effective package. I know this hookah, like I said, retails for less than $200. And each individual component that it comes with are very, very nice. The hose, the bowl, the base, the tray are all components that I would probably buy separately to add on to other hookahs. So for a low cost of 200 bucks, you're getting a really good quality package. I know this hookah is in stock right now at trifectatobacco.com. I don't think 5 Star has this particular hookah in stock, but they have a lot of other V4s to choose from, especially if you guys want something a little taller, or you like the traditional Farouk design, or you want the mini halal or something like that. 5 Star does have them in stock for you guys to pick up from. But in terms of maintenance of this hookah, all I do is I take a stem brush and just run it once or twice through after I'm done, and this thing will last the test of time. I'm sure you could pass this down to your heirs. I probably won't have any heirs, but you know, if I had heirs, this is something I could pass down to. And the finish on this will stay really nice. This hookah has not been polished since I've got it many months ago, and it still looks like the day I've got it. There are a few watermarks and stuff on here, but that doesn't bother me, it just adds to the traditional look of this hookah. One thing I want to mention though is these engravings, I do believe, have a paint on the inside, and that paint will probably come off if you polish it. So I would not recommend polishing this. Just keep it clean throughout your daily use, and this thing will last the test of time. The only thing I'd probably add for my daily use to make it a little bit better is that Shika rumble is very loud because of this gigantic bass and the open draw. I'd probably add a star diffuser to this. The star diffuser fits perfectly on that bottom bell, and it makes it super quiet and smooth so I can enjoy watching a movie or chatting with friends or editing videos without getting disturbed. So this is a total package. If you guys are interested in picking it up, definitely check out those vendors that I've mentioned. And Shika, thank you very much for coming out with such a wonderful product that I would buy again. I'd spend my hard-earned money on this product. Or especially, one thing I wanted to mention, if you guys are looking for a first-time hookah and upgrade from your traditional Chinese junk, I would check out the Shika Mini Zoba. The hookah retails for $89. It comes with a lot of great quality accessories. That's something that I think, even in my vast collection, that I might buy for my travel hookah to replace my KM Mini Beast. So you can see a lot of different price options if you don't want to spend 200 bucks on this hookah. They do have some lower price options for you guys. But this Shika Skyrim is something that I love, and I would definitely say it's worth spending the money on. So thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate you guys hanging with me throughout this long review. And this is something that I've been really excited to do for a long time, but I wanted to make sure I had enough time to really give tribute to this product. So you guys have a wonderful night and wonderful evening or whatever you guys are doing right now. Take care, guys. Bye.